Hello, misfits. This is Kevin.
And this is Kate.
Welcome to Horrorwood.
Oh, before I forget.
Yeah.
Sorry. I might have to cut this, but maybe not. Do you like brisket?
Yes.
Okay, because we had our new neighbors up the other night for dinner, and we have so much left over that if you would like some brisket and mac and cheese, it's yours.
You don't have to even ask me about that because holy shit.
There's enough for you and Spencer, so I'm just going to pack it up, but just remind me before you leave.
Okay. That's really sweet. Thank you.
Of course, you're welcome.
I love a meat and a mac.
A meat and a mac. Hey.
Listen, barbecue. Did Matt make it?
Yeah.
Shit.
He didn't make the brisket. It was sent to him as a gift.
Oh.
And so he heated it up in the oven.
Oh, okay.
And then served it on a platter.
And I bet it was delicious.
It was delicious. The mac and cheese he did make, it's an Ina Garden recipe.
Ugh.
And it's so good.
I love Ina Garden so much.
Who doesn't? Can she go wrong? The answer is no.
No, absolutely not. She's talking to Jeffrey out on the lanai.
Whilst having a margarita.
A marg. Delicious.
Okay, great. So just remind me to pack that up.
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get into this.
Have you heard of Jack Nance?
Of course.
Do you know Jack Nance?
I've watched Eraserhead.
Okay. So he's one of those actors people recognize even if they don't immediately know his name. You see his face and you're like, that guy. Yeah. So his face is burned into film history, as you said, as Henry Spencer in David Lynch's Eraserhead. I have only watched parts of this movie.
Okay.
It freaked me out.
It's wild.
I think Spencer sat me down one night to watch it because it's in the Criterion collection, I believe. And I had maybe an edible or two.
Maybe.
And it came on. And after about 20, 30 minutes, I was like, can't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm so sorry. I can't.
It gets, isn't that David Lynch's first? Or
It's
is it
one of his, yeah,
Okay.
I believe it is his first feature.
Okay.
Because I'll get all into it.
Yeah.
Jack Nance was also Pete Martell on the show Twin Peaks, which was
Yes.
David Lynch's big masterpiece. My ex-boyfriend was obsessed with it. He made me watch all the seasons and the movies and the extras and everything. I liked it. But when you start looking at Jack Nance's life, it turns out there's a lot more to the story than just the roles. It's the story of a stage actor from Texas who became one of David Lynch's closest collaborators. A man whose career moved in strange directions and whose personal life was filled with struggles, friendships, and moments that were just as unusual as the films that he helped to create.
Like many humans on the planet.
We're all a myriad of emotions, desires, and feelings. That's probably the same thing. It's been a week, Kate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My foot hurts really bad.
Still?
Still,
The ankle
I think
thing?
I'm going to need to go to the doctor.
You should at this point.
Yeah, at this point, there's something wrong.
It's been a minute. So,
Yes.
yo.
I also saw a strange German opera downtown last night that put me in a weird mood.
Mm.
All right, so Jack Nance was born Marvin John Nance
Okay.
on December 21st, 1943. Accounts place his birth in Dallas. I also read it might have been Boston, but most sources say Dallas.
Okay.
And he was raised in the Oak Cliff section of Dallas, Texas. So he's the oldest of three boys, born to Marvin Hoyt Nance, who was an executive with Neiman Marcus.
You don't meet a lot of Hoyts.
I don't think you do. Hoyt.
Marvin Hoyt.
I like the name Hoyt.
I do too. It's got some oomph to it.
Yeah, there's a Hoyt in the True Blood series, a character named Hoyt.
Oh. Okay, well, I stand corrected. You do meet Hoyts every now and
But they're
then.
few and far between, I feel like.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. There should be a Hoyt as one of the hot guys on the Hallmark movies.
You love a Hallmark movie.
Ah.
Okay, can I tell you something?
Yes.
I don't know if you looked up Patrick's IMDb before we met with him, but
I skimmed through it.
did you notice he's in a Hallmark movie? It's the Bill's Christmas movie in answer to the Kansas Chiefs Christmas movie. Because like I think Kansas Chiefs did one and Donna Kelsey was in it. And this is the one for the Bills. And he's in it. Thought you should know.
That should have been like second to SVU. All right. Well, I'm going to DM him on Instagram.
Great.
All right. Hoyts are amazing. And also his mother.
The way you said that. All right. Hoyts are amazing. And so.
All right. Marvin Hoyt Nance, executive at Neiman Marcus. And then he has his mother, Agnes O'Grady Nance.
Okay.
Love that name. O'Grady. Agnes.
All of it.
All of it. When he's a small child, he gets hit by a car.
Shit.
Yeah. And suffers a pretty bad back injury.
Oh, God.
And that was something that stayed with him physically as he grew older.
Back stuff is no joke.
I can't.
It is the worst. When you throw your back, I mean, I'm just thinking about throwing your back out and how awful that is. And to have to deal with like back issues your entire life. Oh.
I can't even imagine. It's the worst pain. It hurts when you walk. It hurts when you move.
It hurts when you sit. It hurts when you stand. It hurts when you don't do anything.
So he has this horrible injury, and then he goes to, well, not right after, but he eventually attends South Oak Cliff High School before leaving home for college. So he's still in the Dallas area, goes to Oak Cliff High School, graduates from this high school, and enrolls at North Texas State University.
Okay.
And his first major at school was journalism.
Hey.
That was my first major at school.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went into college thinking, I'm going to be a journalist. I'm going to be a reporter. I'm going to work for the newspapers.
Wow.
I'm going to write. And then I got a job at the school newspaper as my labor requirement, which was lucky. Everyone else got placed in like janitorial work or basket weaving or broom making.
I'm sorry, did you say broom making?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to Berea.
Berea, yeah. Listen, everybody, Berea, when you go there, you get a full ride scholarship, but you have to work for the school. And so your first year, I don't know if it's the same now, but your first year you can kind of put your interests and they place you.
Okay.
But like really you don't have a choice your first year.
Yeah, because I don't know a lot of people writing their interest as brooms.
No, but I weirdly got lucky because I was the editor-in-chief of my high school newspaper.
Oh, wow.
And so they put me on as a reporter for my job.
And is that when you discovered you hated journalism? Yes. I was wondering where that story was going.
Yes, hated it.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of work. It was fun. It was interesting, but I wasn't really like feeling into it anymore.
That's fair.
And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this full time. And also our editor-in-chief at the time, I think she might actually listen to this podcast. Shout
hey,
out
girl.
Marina. But like she was awesome. Like older editor-in-chief, like great. I was terrified of her.
Really?
Yeah. We eventually became really good friends.
Oh, okay.
But it was just like a whole thing. I was trying to figure shit out. And then I got into the theater program and I was like, yep.
You're like, these are my people.
These are where I need to be.
Yeah.
By journalism.
There are so many gesticulations coming from your body right now.
I just noticed that.
I love it. No, don't ever stop.
Don't
ever
moving.
change.
All right. Anyway, so Nance is like journalism is where it's at. And then at some point during his time there, he became involved in acting.
Okay.
The experience changed his direction pretty quickly. And instead of continuing toward a career in journalism, he left school to pursue performing.
Oh, okay.
So according to his brother, once Jack committed to something, he really gave himself at it fully.
Yeah.
So after leaving, he throws himself into acting. He goes to the Dallas Theater Center under Paul Baker, which gave him a serious foundation in stage work. Dives in right
Love
into
it.
the plays. Get on that stage. Act your heart out. And then pretty quickly from being at the Dallas Theater Center, he's like, hey, California, let's go.
He was like moving to Los Angeles?
Yeah.
All right. So
excuse me. No, not Los Angeles yet. My bad. San Francisco.
Oh, okay. Because that's more theater. And
That
I feel
is
like...
more theater, 100%. So this is the mid 60s.
Okay.
And he goes to the American Conservatory Theater, which we've talked about many times. Barbara Colby taught there. Richard May, I think, might have performed there. So he lands a lead role in a stage production about Thomas Paine, which was directed by David Lindemann.
Oh, I thought you were going to say David Lynch.
Lynch, no, not yet.
Alrighty.
So that role toured Like they toured that production in the area, and that drew major attention. At one point, he was even considered for major film parts just from being in this play, like Benjamin in The Graduate and
Wow.
Perry Smith in Cold Blood.
Okay.
So people noticed him quick.
Yeah.
Like he's super talented, like right out the gate.
Sure.
So those roles, of course, go to Dustin Hoffman and Robert Blake. But the fact that he was in the running says a lot about how he's being seen in this moment.
Yeah.
So we're in San Francisco still. Jack performs with an experimental troupe called the Doodah Gang.
I am here for that.
They staged mock gang fights in unexpected locations.
I was not prepared for that.
And for one performance, he laid in a coffin for 3 days as part of the act.
What?
Yeah. He loved that kind of theatrical commitment. If a reviewer misunderstood and thought he was a mannequin, he took it as a compliment.
Did he ever get out to go to the bathroom?
Doesn't sound like it. He's method.
But what is he preparing for? Like, what is happening there? And I would just feel like pretending that you're in a gang fight on the streets of San Francisco is maybe not the safest.
Probably not the best thing to do.
What a wild,
isn't that crazy?
Theatrical experience.
I didn't really look. Let's see if the Doodah Gang is still around.
The Doodah Gang. It's such an unassuming name. You would not think gang fights from that.
Doesn't look like they're still around.
Okay, I'm not super shocked by that.
Yeah, but they were legit. They were, doing sketches out there on the street.
Just making up gang fights.
Gang fighting.
And lying in coffins. Why did he have to be in a coffin?
Just as a dead person, I think.
So he got killed in the gang fight?
Got killed in the gang fight, put in a coffin, and just left there.
This is so bizarre. Okay.
We're in Lynch territory, Kate.
You know that I could never be in a coffin for 3 days whilst still alive.
No, I know.
I would shitteth my pantaloons.
Sure. So Jack Nance's turning point came in 1972 when Lindemann, who was the director who directed that play he was in, introduced him to a young filmmaker.
Named David Lynch?
100%. David Lynch is currently at the American Film Institute.
Okay.
And so Lynch was working on what was supposed to be a short film with a small grant. That project became Eraserhead. Jack and David's first meeting was kind of awkward. Jack wasn't impressed at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Lynch remembered that they connected over something as random as a roof rack on a car.
Didn't see that one coming,
didn't
but
either.
Hey, we all have our things.
Right. After that, it clicked. Just clicked.
Roof racks.
Roof racks on a car.
Bam. Instant
Love.
Friendship. Let's work together.
Lynch later said that once he found Jack, he couldn't imagine anyone else in the role of Henry Spencer. So they met. It was kind of weird. Then they were like, look at that rack on the top of that car. And they're like, buddies.
High five. Let's make movies.
Right. So I want to talk about Eraserhead. Because this movie, it's one of those movies that feels less like something you watch and more of something that you survive, which was my case, and I didn't survive.
Oh, no.
So I will go back, friends, and finish it.
Yeah.
This was David Lynch's first feature, but again, doesn't start that way. The script was only about 22 pages long, and the American Film Institute gave Lynch an initial grant of $10,000, expecting a short film that would be shot quickly on their Beverly Hills campus. Instead, the project stretched into a 5-year ordeal.
Well, damn.
Funding kept running out. Sets were torn down and rebuilt.
Jeez.
Lynch delivered newspapers at night to help pay for it.
You know that, like, as a young filmmaker, and that's your first film, you know he's freaking out. He's
100%.
He's like, fuck. Now what?
Now what? So he's like, we've spent the $10,000, got to figure out how else to fund it.
Yeah. Newspapers.
At one point, he's even sleeping on set in Henry Spencer's bedroom for more than a year.
Oh, man. Oh, that's tough.
So Jack Nance played Henry Spencer, and from the first image, super iconic. The poster alone is major film history. His face floating in black and white, hair shooting straight up like it's defying gravity. Eyes wide, but strangely empty. Me when I wake up every morning. That hair had to stay exactly the same for the entire 5-year shoot.
Oh my God.
Catherine Coulson, who was married to Nance at the time, backcombed it daily. And months would pass between takes, and somehow the look had to remain consistent. So there's even a moment in the film where a cut joins 2 shots filmed 18 months apart.
Oh, wow.
And it's still the same.
You know what's interesting? I just watched a reel today about Noah Wyle because he's got a beard.
Yeah.
And because the pit, I know I talk about the pit like every episode.
I started watching it.
Yay!
I'm on episode 4.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
like
proud
it.
of you. It's so good. It's intense. I will say the
Yes.
first season is far more intense than the second.
Okay.
So the first season is very intense, but he's got a beard. And because, the whole season is just one day, he has to make sure that it's the same length
Yeah.
from shoot to shoot to shoot. Yeah. It's like stuff that you don't necessarily think about when you're just watching it, but
Consistency, man.
consistency. You need that continuity.
Continuity. Keep it on check.
Comb that hair.
Comb it down. So, what's the movie about? On the surface, it follows Henry, who's a factory worker who lives a bleak life in a bleak industrial landscape. His girlfriend, Mary X, gives birth to a child that's not quite human.
Mm-hmm.
The baby is frail, sickly, and pretty unsettling to look at. Mary can't handle it and leaves Henry to care for the kid alone. From there, the film slips into a dreamlike space. Henry drifts between waking life and strange visions, including a woman who appears inside a radiator and sings to him. Kate's nodding. She's like, yep.
Because I'm eventually going to cover Peter Ivers.
Oh, okay.
So all of this is flooding back to me.
Okay. At one point, he imagines his head detaching and being taken to a factory where it's turned into erasers. The story builds towards a final act that's shocking and weirdly tender, but resists a clean explanation. And I don't know what that is because I haven't seen it fully.
Sure.
Lynch drew a lot of personal and artistic influences. He's pointed to Kafka's Metamorphosis and Gogol's The Nose as inspiration. He also talked about how his time in Philadelphia shaped the film's mood.
What about Philadelphia?
Well, he grew up in that area, and he grew up in neighborhoods.
Grew up in those neighborhoods.
He grew up in neighborhoods he described as harsh, and he brought that feeling into the movie's industrial setting.
Got it.
On a personal level, he has said that fear of fatherhood influenced the story.
I could see that.
Especially since his daughter was born with club feet and needed years of surgery.
Oh.
Technically, the movie is just as important as its plot. Alan Splett's sound design gives the film a constant low hum. So it's like this machinery grinding somewhere off screen. Lynch experimented with audio techniques, including recording dialogue in reverse and playing it backward.
Oh, interesting.
And then he worked on nearly every aspect of production himself, from the art direction to special effects to editing.
As you do when you're just starting out.
So the baby remains one of the film's great mysteries, actually. Lynch refused to explain how it was made.
I love that.
I know. Projectionists were told to look away during certain screenings so that they wouldn't learn the secret of how it was made.
Oh.
And over time, word leaked that an embalmed calf fetus may have been involved.
Don't love that.
Well, and we won't know.
Yeah.
Because when production ended, the prop was buried in an unknown location. And the crew even held a small mock funeral, but no one really knows today what it was or what it was made of.
Okay, I'm kind of obsessed with that.
I know, right?
I love that.
I read through Reddit boards and people were like, yeah, I mean, we can speculate wildly, but no one really knows.
That's kind of cool. I love those secrets behind films.
Me too. Locations added to the mood of this film. The industrial shots were filmed in areas of Los Angeles that would later become the Beverly Center Mall. And the concrete structure Henry enters at the beginning was part of an overpass on East 4th Street.
Okay.
So even details like the hole in the apartment lobby floor would later echo in Lynch's work, showing up again in Twin Peaks. Okay, so Eraserhead premieres in March 1977. Didn't go well.
I could see how it might not.
Only a few dozen people showed up during its first screenings. Critics were harsh as fuck, but a distributor named Ben Barenholtz suggested it be shown at midnight instead of in regular theaters.
Yeah.
Here we go. Smart guy. That decision changes everything.
Sure.
The movie ran for nearly a year at the Waverly Theater in New York, a year at the Roxy in San Francisco, and 3 years at the Nuart in Los Angeles.
Damn.
It became a rite of passage for night owls and film obsessives.
Obviously, if there's a film that's only screening at midnight, you know that's going to make people want to go.
That's the thing. That's almost like those horror movie gimmicks that they put out there to get you to go to these things.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's all marketing, baby.
Filmmakers really started to notice this film. Stanley Kubrick loved it and screened it for his cast before shooting The Shining.
That's cool.
John Waters, obsessed. I love John Waters.
Yeah.
Praises it openly. Mel Brooks hired Lynch after seeing it. George Lucas offered Lynch the chance to direct Return of the Jedi, though Lynch declined.
Oh, damn.
H.R. Geiger admired it deeply. Charles Bukowski called it his favorite film.
Oh, wow. I used to be obsessed with Charles Bukowski.
Really?
Yeah. I read all his stuff. It was like a college thing for me. I was
Sure.
like super into all of his stuff because it's all like, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's still like some of his passages that I'll recall and like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
I
have
know
those
what you
things that
mean.
like you really connect with.
Yeah. That for me was Augustine Burroughs' memoirs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I could see that
love-
for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Love. So there were about 20 minutes of footage cut after a test screening that Lynch felt went wrong because of sound issues. Those scenes included a midwife played by Catherine Coulson and other strange sequences that have never been restored.
And did you say that Catherine Coulson was Jack Nance's wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk more about their marriage shortly. So at its core, Eraserhead is about anxiety, responsibility, isolation, but it never spells that out per se. But Jack Nance once said people read too much into it. To him, it was just a movie, but still his performance as Henry Spencer became inseparable from what the film's legacy became. So Lynch once said that when he asked Jack to go completely blank, that's when Henry came alive. That quiet, watchful presence is what carries the movie.
Okay. Just go blank.
Blank.
Going clear.
Ugh.
Yikes.
For Nance, the character of Henry Spencer was a gift and a shadow. Lynch said that early in rehearsals, Jack was doing too much. And he asked him to tone it down.
He said, go blank.
The moment Jack did, he knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
He goes right into the character. Lynch described him as someone who seemed to exist slightly outside ordinary life with a deep interior world. And that quality made him completely indispensable in basically all of Lynch's work. So after Eraserhead, Lynch keeps bringing Jack back.
Yeah.
He gave him a role in Dune, though Nance later joked he felt like set decoration. He appeared in Blue Velvet and Wild at Heart. So he played Nefud in Dune, which was the character I neglected to mention. So if you're a Dune fan, Nefud. Then he works again with Lynch on The Cowboy and The Frenchman, and later he had a part in Lost Highway. In television, he became Pete Marshall on Twin Peaks, the lumber mill foreman who discovers Laura Palmer's body. I noticed at the music box the other day that they have a jar on the concessions counter. It says the Laura Palmer Memorial Fund.
That's funny.
Pete's warmth and dry humor felt close to Jack himself. He returned for Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, though his scenes were cut and later restored years after he passes away. So outside of the Lynch world, he popped up in smaller roles. Dennis Hopper cast him in Colors. He had parts in Johnny Dangerously, City Heat, Hammett, Ghoulies, Barfly, and The Blob.
Wow.
He appeared in the music video for Suicidal Tendencies. Institutionalized was the name of the song.
Okay.
Alongside Mary Woronov. He was considered for major roles early in his career and later became a reliable character in offbeat projects. Francis Ford Coppola's circle brought him into Hammett, which I just mentioned, and Then he would work with directors like Wim Wenders and Barbet Schroeder in brief appearances.
He's a working guy.
Working dude, get out there and act that ass off.
Okay.
But I mean, it all comes back to his relationship with Lynch. I think that's
Yeah.
where he really got to start. That's his friend.
Sure.
That's like where he's going. Lynch described his relationship with Nance as fate.
I mean, when you're both into car roof racks,
You cannot separate.
you can't deny it.
He said he had never found another actor who gave him the same feeling. Jack was someone he had to call personally if he wanted him to work. He wasn't chasing auditions. He's not out there networking. He'd be at home, sitting quietly, sort of just waiting to be invited into a project.
That's interesting
I know.
and kind of weird.
Yeah.
That feels so lonely and sad.
But okay, so now Nance marries actress Catherine Coulson in 1968.
Okay.
They had met during his stage years in California, in San Francisco.
Mhm.
And by the time that they were married, they were already deep in the kind of creative life that didn't really come with much stability.
Of course.
You know?
It's the life of an artist.
They're two youngins out there meeting in the theater, doing the things,
And
trying
theater
to survive.
is not paying anything.
It does not. Best of luck.
From two theater majors.
From two theater majors. Look what we're doing.
Sitting in my office room,
Chatting away.
making no money.
Listen, we're having fun.
And that's what
And
matters.
that's what matters.
That's what they always told me when I did shows.
Just have fun. And it's
As
like,
long
but,
as you're having fun.
right, but how am I going to buy groceries?
Well, did you have fun though?
My
Did
God,
you have fun?
That's so dark.
Because it's true.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
got you all choked up.
Ooh, Kate.
Yeah, let's have some water about it.
We're spewing truths over here. So Catherine once talked about how funny Jack could be, how he slipped the theme from Giant into their wedding music as a private joke about their height difference.
Okay.
That dry sense of humor, so good. But
So good.
so he's also a heavy drinker.
Well, that's going to cause some problems.
Yeah. Catherine would later say that alcoholism slowly pushed its way into their marriage. They were together for 8 years before divorcing in 1976.
Well, damn it.
She was clear that she loved him, but the disease made things harder than love could fix.
That's tough.
Yeah. So drinking follows him through his adult life. No one seems to agree on exactly where it began, but it was definitely there in his early years in California. There were times he would sober up and try to get his footing. There were other times he would disappear into long stretches of alcohol abuse.
Ooh.
Friends remembered having to track him down if they wanted to see him.
Oh, no.
He could be unmotivated when he wasn't working, content to just sit for hours like we talked about.
That's depression.
I know, yeah. Other times he could be sharp and funny, telling long stories that people sometimes interrupted before he reached the point because he was taking forever to get there. But in the mid-1980s, things came to a crisis. During a period when he was struggling badly, he told Dennis Hopper he needed help or he might hurt himself.
Ooh, that's scary.
Hooper got him into rehab.
Hopper
got him into rehab. After that, Jack stopped drinking and stayed sober for a stretch.
Okay.
During that time, he tried to build a steadier life. He took classes in hotel management
Oh.
and began working as a clerk at Hotel Hollywood.
Was he thinking of giving up acting?
It sounds like he was taking a break from it to
Okay.
focus on his sobriety
Okay.
and needed something else to get into.
Yeah.
He took the job as a clerk at the hotel pretty seriously. Friends remembered him getting up before dawn for shifts and wearing a suit and tie with pride. He even turned down acting work at times because it conflicted with his schedule.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think he was just looking for something dependable at this time.
Sure.
It was in rehab that he met Kelly Jean Van Dyke.
Okay.
She was also fighting addiction.
Is she of the famous Van Dykes?
Mhm.
Okay.
They fell in love and married in May 1991.
I do worry about people meeting in rehab.
I know.
Who then get together.
Yeah. So Kelly Van Dyke is born in Danville, Illinois. She came from a well-known entertainment family.
The Van Dykes.
Her father was television actor Jerry Van Dyke, who
Ah.
was nominated for an Emmy for his role on the ABC series Coach.
I loved Coach. I watched it all the
Did
time.
you?
Yes. Was that in your growing up time?
Not really, but
Okay.
it was something that used to come on like later on the like Nick at Night stuff.
Okay. I loved
Or
Coach.
early in the morning, you know. So her uncle was Dick Van Dyke, one of the most recognizable names in American television and film. Growing up with that last name meant she was connected to fame, whether she liked it or not.
Sure.
As an adult, Kelly stepped into the entertainment world herself, just in a different way.
Okay.
She entered the adult film industry
Okay.
in the early 90s. And her first film, which was released in 1991, same year she marries Jack, was titled The Coach's Daughter.
Okay. I see what you did there, Kelly.
Yeah. Adult film industry, absolutely nothing against it. It's an industry like anything else. I'm not passing judgment, but I think the name of that is a little like, oof.
Girl, we see you.
Yeah.
We see all of you.
Yeah, it's clearly played off her father's television role. After that, she appears in 3 more adult films, including Club Josephine in 1992. Her looks and her family name are what gets her attention pretty quickly, and the industry leaned into that hard.
I'm sure it did.
Behind the scenes, though, she's struggling. She battled drug and alcohol problems for much of her adult life.
Oh.
At different points, she sought treatment, including time in rehab. Friends and reports describe her trying to break away from the pull of addiction, but it remained this constant presence in her life. Jack and Kelly's relationship was intense and difficult.
Yeah, you've got 2 addicts who are struggling.
Yeah.
That's going to create some friction, I would assume.
I would think so too. Kelly relapsed into substance use, and being around that was hard for Jack.
Sure.
While Jack was away working in Northern California in November of that year, he called her and told her he couldn't continue watching her spiral.
Oh.
She told him if he hung up, she would kill herself.
Oh, God.
A storm knocked out the phone lines mid-conversation.
No.
He rushed.
No.
He rushed to find help and contacted the Madera County Sheriff's Department, which then reached out to Los Angeles police. On Sunday, November 17th, 1991, police found Kelly dead in the couple's apartment on Bellingham Avenue in North Hollywood, California.
Oh, my God.
By the time officers arrived at the apartment, a friend had already found her. Detective Mike Coffey of the Los Angeles Police Department said she was discovered hanging in her bedroom around 5 p.m.
Oh, my God.
There was no suicide note. She was 33 years old.
That is so young.
Right? And to have that happen while you're on the phone with somebody.
I can't believe that the line cuts out right then.
Yeah.
And that is, I'm sure he could never get over that. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, of course. This loss devastates him.
Of course.
He scattered some of her ashes at sea. She was cremated. He scattered some of them at sea and kept some in a room in their home that became sort of a shrine to her.
Okay.
For about 2 years after her death, he stayed sober. Then, as one friend put it, he woke up one day and decided to drink again.
Oh, no.
He resumed drinking heavily. He lived in hotels for stretches and was eventually thrown out of one after firing a gun at his television.
He shot the TV?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not going to make it work.
No, never does.
Oh, no.
He suffered 2 strokes in the mid-90s.
Oh, God.
His health declined. Friends described him walking with a cane and looking worn down.
And around how old was he at this time?
Oh, God. This is the mid-90s, and he was born in 1943.
Oh.
So he's like what, late 50s?
Yeah, pretty young
Yeah.
still.
So he talked openly about guilt and about Kelly. At one point, he told a friend she had been pregnant, though no official record confirms that.
Oh.
He also leaned into the image of himself as like a stray dog, a little lost but still lovable. I don't know what that means exactly. I think he's just like really feeling the feels
Well, sure.
and really going through it. He begins writing an Whoa. He begins writing an autobiographical.
Third time's a charm.
Yes. He began writing an autobiographical.
That's not it either.
He began writing an autobiographical screenplay called A Derelict on All Fours, inspired in part, thank you, by a chihuahua named Daisy that he had grown attached to while living with his brother. When the dog was
Okay.
killed by a coyote,
Oh no.
it hit him hard and became the starting point for the script.
Damn, nothing good is happening
No,
right
no,
here.
no. Everything is bad. Everything devolves into terrible.
Oh, this is awful.
So, unfortunately, Jack Nance dies at the very end of 1996, and the circumstances around it still don't sit cleanly in one box.
Hmm.
It started in the early morning hours of December 29th, 1996. Around 5 a.m., Jack was at Winchell's Donut House. Winchell's, sorry. Was at Winchell's Donut House at 438 South Fair Oaks Avenue in South Pasadena.
This is so unrelated, but when I got my new car in LA, I was driving around and you know how like the GPS has a voice to it?
Yeah.
And it'll be like, turn right onto. So I lived very close to Pasadena at the time. The voice would always go, turn right onto Fire Oaks. And that's how it said Fair Oaks.
Fire Oaks.
I think about that far more than I should.
That's amazing. Have you been to this donut place?
I've been to Winchell's.
Okay.
There's a few locations.
Okay. So this donut house is just across the street from the modest apartment that he's renting near the entrance of the 101 freeway.
Okay.
According to what Jack later told friends, he had an argument in the parking lot with two young men. Some reports describe them as Latino and in their early 20s. Jack was known to mouth off when he felt irritated.
Okay.
And he admitted later he had said something and, quote, got what he deserved.
Do we know what he said?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what he said. But Deputy Mark Bailey of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said that Jack was punched in the head during that altercation. He runs into these two guys at the donut store outside, says something that I don't think was very nice to them.
Was it like racial? Like
That's what I'm...
The fact that like it's said that they're Latino makes me think.
That's what I was inferring from what I was reading.
Okay.
And then he gets punched in the head for
Okay.
whatever happens here.
Yeah.
Sergeant Noel Lanier later confirmed that Jack suffered blunt force trauma. At least one of the men struck him with a fist. His glasses were knocked off. He falls to the ground. Afterward, he made his way back across Fair Oaks to his apartment. It's about a 70-foot crossing. In good health, it would take less than 2 minutes.
Sure.
Jack, at 53, was not in good shape. He had been drinking heavily again. He had the strokes and relied on a cane to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Later that same day, December 29th, he had lunch with actress Catherine Case and her fiancé, screenwriter Leo Bulgarini. They noticed a distinct bruise under his eye,
Okay.
described as crescent-shaped.
Okay.
When they asked what happened, he told them about the fight.
Yeah.
Bulgarini later said he had doubts about parts of the story and even went back to the donut shop that night to ask around.
Really?
No one claimed to have seen anything.
Huh.
That lack of witnesses would haunt this case.
So is that screenwriter thinking that there were no two
He's
young
thinking
guys?
that he made it up.
Oh, shit. Like maybe he fell in a drunken stupor or something?
Potentially. Jack complained of a severe headache during lunch and then went home.
Okay.
The following morning, December 30th, 1996, Bulgarini stopped by the apartment and found him collapsed on the bathroom floor. He was
Ooh.
dead.
Oh,
And he had just turned 53 9 days earlier.
jeez.
The autopsy revealed a subdural hematoma, bleeding on the brain caused by trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Blunt force injury to the head was listed as the cause. His blood alcohol level at the time of death was 0.24%.
Oh, isn't that's
high.
0.08 is like the legal limit.
He was 0.24.
Damn, that's 3 times the
Yeah.
legal limit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
His liver was described as heavily damaged
Ugh.
from years of drinking. But what comes next is where things get complicated.
Okay.
As if they're not
I was
already
going to say, I feel like we're
I
there.
feel like we're pretty complicated right now. Some reporting stated that the coroner ruled the death a homicide due to the blunt force trauma, consistent with Jack's account of being hit.
Mm-hmm.
Investigator Jerome Beck, who recognized Jack from his film work, treated it as a murder case.
Okay.
At the same time, other officials described the cause of death as undetermined. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department cold case unit has referred to it as still open.
Oh.
There were no confirmed witnesses to the alleged fight.
And I'm assuming there were no security cameras then?
I don't believe so. Winchell's windows overlooked the lot. Staff said they saw nothing.
Wow.
No,
I feel like also you would hear something.
You'd hear something, yeah. No suspects were ever found.
Wow.
One investigator later questioned whether the altercation had even occurred. Weird, right?
It goes back to like the thing you said about him wanting people to look at him as like this like sad little puppy or whatever it was that you said.
Yeah.
The stray dog or whatever.
Looking
like
for sympathy.
I mean, who knows? But maybe he did fall and hit himself and created a story because he was embarrassed about relapsing and falling or something. I don't know. That's weird.
It's probable. David Lynch spoke publicly after Jack's death. He acknowledged that Jack could be verbally sharp and sometimes provoked people. He also said Jack had often joked that he would be easy to kill. Lynch, I know. Lynch,
that is not a description you ever want to have.
No.
You don't want your bio to read like grew up in Texas, loves theater, easy to kill.
Easy to kill. Target. But Lynch believed that if Jack had gone to a hospital when the headache started, doctors might have relieved the pressure in time.
Yeah.
Instead, the bleeding went untreated.
It's like Natasha, what was her name? Liam Neeson's wife? Natasha Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
The skiing, and she had a headache and she was like, no, I'm fine. And then she dies.
It's crazy, right?
It's like if you fall and you hit your head, go to the hospital.
Yeah, just go to the hospital.
Just
you
go.
have to be safe.
Better safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Better safe than dead.
So there are other theories here. Given the 0.24 blood alcohol level, some investigators speculated that he might have fallen while intoxicated and struck his head, like you were saying, Kate. Jack himself had told friends he had a brain clot and limited time to live. But there's no confirmation of that. That's
I was going to say,
hearsay.
that's a very easy thing to verify.
I know. No.
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I think that was just something that someone made up.
That Jack made up.
Well, that Jack made up. Yeah.
Imagine someone else said it. He was like, you know what? That's a good
right.
lie.
I got it.
I'll start saying that.
The only established medical finding is the subdural hematoma from blunt force trauma.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know what the blunt force trauma was.
Yeah.
Was it the fight? Did he fall? He also has to cross that long thing. Did he like get hit or something?
But it's not that long. It's only 70 feet.
Right.
He's going from a parking lot to a building.
Yeah. I don't know.
And at that time of day, I can't imagine that there was a ton of traffic.
No. Mm-mm. So we know the dates. December 29th for the altercation, quote in quotes. December 30th for the discovery of his body. We know it's South Pasadena, the Winchells at 438 South Fair Oaks, and the Fireworks and his nearby apartment. But that's all we really know. We know the blood alcohol level and we know what happened. What we don't know is whether the fatal blow came from another person, a fall, or from some other chain of events that night.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, the case remains open to this day.
What's interesting, first off, I did not realize that this was technically unsolved.
Yeah.
Second, for his blood alcohol content to be that high at the time of death, do we know how long he had been deceased when he was found?
Let me go back real quick.
Yeah. Did they determine a time of death?
So it's the early morning hours of the 29th. And that's that he gets in that altercation at Winchell's. He later that same day on the 29th has lunch with Catherine Case and Leo Bulgarini. And Bulgarini's like, this isn't sounding like
Like a real
like
story.
a real story. So he goes to investigate.
He finds him on the 30th.
He finds him on the 30th in the bathroom.
But did the coroner estimate a time of death?
No.
That's wild because, like, for his blood alcohol to be that high, and we don't know how many hours he was dead, it makes me wonder, was he drinking the night before and died sometime that night? And then but for his alcohol still be that high?
Yeah. I went back to one of my sources. 12 to 24 hours. So he was discovered around noon on the 30th. So placing his death within a window of roughly 12 to 24. 24 wouldn't make sense.
That doesn't tell us because that's probably when the lunch was.
Yeah, that's when the lunch was. So it would be probably within 12 hours of that lunch that he dies. Well, that's my story.
Oh, okay. That was abrupt. All righty. Wow. I guess don't do donuts if you're drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, don't start a fight at a donut store.
Of all places, that's the last place you should be starting a fight.
Yeah.
Donuts are sacred.
Yes.
Donuts are meant to be happy times.
Yeah.
Don't be starting fights. Don't try to relive your gang fighting theater days in a Winchell's parking lot.
Don't do it.
Just have a donut.
Have a donut, sit down, and relax.
And while you're doing that, maybe leave your comments on this episode on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Spotify at
Horrorwood Podcast.
We didn't do a Misfit Tale topic.
Oh.
For them to write in about. Sleepovers. Spooky sleepovers.
Spooky sleepovers.
Write it in.
Tell us all about it.
To horrorwoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Or if you have an interesting story at a donut shop.
Well, yeah, definitely
let us know about that.
Were you one of the guys that punched Jack Nance? Maybe this is the time to confess.
Tell us. Oh, no.
Or you can sign up on any of our subscription services, which are on
Patreon, Apple, YouTube.
Yes. And like I said, I'm working on those YouTube videos, I swear. Alrighty. That's it.
That's all.
Till next time.
Bye.